This podcast mentions alcohol and has adult content. Not suitable for children or the faint at heart. For entertainment purposes only. This is the Tales of a Small Town Bartender podcast. You have been warned.
Hey everyone, this is Tony.
This is Sean, and welcome back to another episode of Tales of a Small Town Bartender, otherwise known as Toast to Be. How's everybody? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. It's been a challenging day technologically. Trying to get set up for the pod today. I've had like a number. Windows 11 is just kicking my ass. Can we just say that? It's just kicking my ass. I mean, I'm not too proud. But how's your week been so far?
It's been a good week. I didn't have a ton of paint classes like I did last week.
Yeah, you were busy.
I had 3 last week.
So Thanksgiving around the corner, yeah.
Yes.
Should be coming up this week when this episode comes out. So hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving, and we're going to talk about some Thanksgiving stuff. We got some pretty cool things to talk about regarding Thanksgiving. But first of all, have you heard of Cazadores, Tequila Cazadores?
No.
All right, so Tequila Cazadores is kind of, I mean, I guess you could give it as a gift for a tequila aficionado in your life. There's a one-of-a-kind tequila crafted through some crazy filtration process, super smooth, hints of mellow wood and green apple, and mostly gas fire burning your face off. But the reason why the reason why I bring this up is they have a coffee tequila.
Patron does too.
Oh, Patron does? I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
So coffee tequila, which I imagine like Kahlua has had in the market on coffee for a very long time. What else can you put in coffee?
Put in coffee?
Yeah, like what liquor can you put in coffee?
Hey, coffee. Bailey's or
Oh, Bailey's, forgot about
rum chata. Have you tried rum chata?
Rum chata is delicious.
Yes.
But they're talking about this Tequila Cazadores espresso martini with a tequila martini, which I didn't even think about.
I don't know. I don't know about that because 3 Olives vodka makes an espresso. Well, they used to make a triple shot espresso, and that was amazing. That's what we used to do for shots, but they don't make it anymore. They make the regular espresso now, and that one's not good. So maybe that tequila's a little better.
Yeah, and it's relatively inexpensive too. So if you want to go out and look for a gift, or perhaps try a bottle of your own coffee tequila, Cazadores, Cazadores, tequila. So there you go. Cazadores tequila. So last week we were talking about that gross tasting liquor from Chicago in the Midwest.
Oh yes, you were going to tell me about that.
Yeah, and I grew up. I didn't grow up. I lived in the Midwest for 25 years after leaving New York and a short stint in the Marine Corps, and this was kind of regionally famous. And I looked up some of the history to it, and I'm not going to sit here and just read history about the drink I'm talking about, which is Malort, Malort. And one of the great things is apparently, and I saved it for the pod, is you're supposed to be able to Google image search Malort face.
Malort face?
Yeah.
Should I do it too? So I can see what you're looking at.
Let me see if it's going to be Malort face.
Images.
Name. There we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay.
Oh, so it's just the facial expression after you drink it? Is that what this is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's essentially if you took your face, if your face was a hoodie on a sweatshirt and you pulled the hood strings on your face.
I see that. I can see that in these photos.
Yes. So people their eyes are crinkled. It really, you just drank something gross. And one of my favorite quotes from this is somebody said, aside from the aftertaste of vomit, this is the
Oh.
worst thing that's ever been in my mouth.
Oh my God. Why do they sell it?
Because it's a Midwestern classic, man.
Oh,
And
but if it's that bad, why
it's
drink it?
horrible because it's kind of like a practical joke between friends.
Oh
Some
God,
people
no.
like it. Malort advertises itself as a liquor for the two-fisted drinker.
Oh God.
If one of your fists is filled with Tums tablets, I guess. But
So you've tried it?
yeah, it's fucking gross. It's disgusting. Would I do it again? I probably would.
So let me ask you, when you tried it, was it just a shot? Or was
Yeah,
it like on the rocks or just a shot, a regular shot in a
no,
glass? Did one shot?
You want to get rid of it as quickly as possible.
Okay, but did you do more than one? That's my question.
No, absolutely one shot was enough. And for me, it's like eating super, super hot sauce. You would remind yourself why that was a bad idea.
I bet.
Yeah, so one shot is all it took. And I would do it again if I were in a group setting with a bunch of friends who had never had it. I would totally do it with them. It's absolutely horrible. And it's been handed off between different places in the Midwest. Somebody owned it in St. Louis and a few other locations. But now, I guess, as of a year or two ago, it's supposed to be back in the Chicago area and being marketed again actively. So maybe you can find it a U.S.-wide distribution of Malort.
No, thank you.
So anyway, Malort talk aside, we had some stuff go down in the bar, and but first we want to talk about. Now we were talking before the show, and back in the day when we were in our 20s, and even when our parents used to go to bars, and they used to drag me along with them because back then nobody gave a shit, right?
Right.
Did you have that too?
Not really. No, I know I mentioned one time my grandparents owned a restaurant that had a bar, so I would be there while they were working, but
mm-hmm.
but
so so you have the bar there. So that would be your grandparents have to be Italian, right?
Yes.
God, have I been in 1,000 places like that, and I loved every single one of them. Yeah. God, where was I going with that? Oh yeah. So back in the day when they were going, I totally brain fart, man. It's been a long day. My apologies. So back in the day when I was getting drug along to bars, and there really wasn't too much there. It was pinball machines and video games were just getting started.
Shuffleboard.
Shuffleboard was a big one.
Darts, pool table, jukebox.
Yeah, and the jukebox, and it was the manual jukebox too, where you put a dime in, and the arm would go and get the record, and then set it down and play it for you like you're in motherfucking Happy Days or something,
Yeah.
But and then as it progressed, really there really wasn't too much of an improvement to draw people in, but nowadays it's a lot different. What's your experience?
So like I said, people back in the day, you didn't have to do anything. People just went to bars. That's just what we did. And now we have to actually plan stuff there. We have to have a party, or we have to have a chili cook-off like we did last week. We have to have karaoke, or we have to have bands, or you have to have something to draw people in now. And it's weird because back when we were going, if there was something going on there, we didn't want to go. We wanted to be
noisy.
Yeah, it was too noisy. It was too much going on. Too many people. I mean, we still had a lot of people when we used to go. We used to go every Friday night and just play pool.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But the
crazy.
draw was the liquor and our friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't a live band. It wasn't a fireworks display in the parking lot. I mean,
Right.
ridiculous. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah. Now you
karaoke.
gotta.
Yeah,
Do you sing? Do you sing
karaoke.
karaoke? I'm curious.
Yes.
Me too. I do too.
What's your go-to song?
I Love Shack.
Oh, B-52 is nice. I had to call you out. I had to put you on the spot. Sorry about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I actually used to host the karaoke at our bar for a while, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't pay for the licensing fee now. The bars have
Oh
to pay
gosh.
fees. Yeah, it's like AGI and some other company. You have to pay them
BMI
to do
and ASCAP.
karaoke.
Yeah.
We haven't had it for years, but
Yeah, BMI and ASCAP are bastards, man. They went around probably 15 years ago around the karaoke circuit where I was at in the other town that I lived in, and cleaned house.
yeah.
Just absolutely destroyed bars with fees and
Yep.
fines and yeah.
Well, he was paying it, and then we stopped having karaoke, so we stopped paying it, and then they tried to sue him. But we have not had karaoke since then,
Yeah.
so
So
we have not had
kiss
it one
my ass.
time. Yeah. And people call and ask all the time. I'm like, that's probably them trying to call and see if we have it, And we
They may
don't.
be.
So.
Don't put a freaking past them. But yeah, so karaoke is fun / cringy / entertaining. And sometimes all
Some
three at the same
people,
time.
some people sing very good though.
True, very true.
My daughter does. My daughter sings very good. I tried to get her to try it for American Idol, and she wouldn't do it.
No, that's kind of a trap, though, isn't it?
I don't know. She wouldn't do it. Yeah. And I videoed her singing one night, and she got mad. She's so shy. I don't know.
Yeah.
She sings very good.
But yeah, we got to draw people in with dart tournaments and pool tournaments and chili cook-offs.
Yeah. So speaking of planning stuff at the bar, I work at the bar. I try to plan stuff on the nights I work on. I'm only there 2 nights a week. So I planned a chili cook-off, and I said that they had to sign up with me, that I put my own $25 in, and everybody had to pay $5 registration fee, and then we were making people pay $2 to eat the chili, and the winner got all that money. So I was a judge, and I had all these people that said they wanted to do it, but nobody was signing up and giving me the $5. So I was like, well, you got to pay, because the winner gets the money, that's
the prize fund.
That's the prize. Yeah. So I finally got 4 people to sign up. And then when I was getting ready to go to work that day, I had like 4 messages of people saying, oh, we might bring chili. And I'm like, all right, whatever. Just give me the $5 when you get there. Yeah. So I get there, and people are getting there with their chili. There's a guy there that made chili that didn't sign up. So I said, well, you got to give me $5. And he's like, what do you mean I got to give you $5? And I'm like, that goes to the prize. He said, but I paid $65 for all the stuff I put in the chili. And I was like, so did everybody else. I mean, everybody made chili. So
I enter my car in a contest. I don't ask for the $25,000 back that I paid for the car, you fucking Nimrod.
Right? So he said he spent all day making this chili, and he spent $65 on it. So he gives me the $5. And he was really mad that he didn't win. Now, we had 3 judges. I was one of the judges, so I didn't make a chili. And the other 2 judges were males, and they picked the chicken chili. I don't know. It was a white chili.
All right, hold on. Oh, all right. Hold on, man. Hold the fucking phone.
See, that's why I didn't tell you any of this part. I just mentioned chili.
Yeah. I try to keep this as we try to keep the show, valued listener. We try to keep the show as honest and genuine as possible. So this is not scripted.
No, not scripted. He didn't know that there was any chicken chili involved in this chili cook-off.
And you couldn't know why. That pisses me off so much. So here's what's up. All right. So tell me what was in the chicken chili.
Oh, I don't know what the ingredients were, but it was a white chili.
All right. Well,
And
give me an idea. You had to look at it.
So it had beans in it. I ate it. I tasted it. It was
Okay.
okay. It was good for what it was. It was chicken chili. I
Chicken,
would,
beans.
yeah, and it had like chili powder and onions and peppers or whatever in it. I don't know
Okay.
what
Okay.
was I don't know how it was white. I don't know how she made that. Like some kind of roux
Yeah.
or something. I don't know. But anyway,
Interesting.
she won because the other two judges picked hers,
Oh,
and
good.
I picked a traditional beef chili with beans.
Yeah. I
Yes.
mean, chili contest. That's what you would think.
Yeah.
Stuff
I
in
mean, it
chicken
was
powder.
good for what it was, but apparently they liked
Not,
it better than the other ones. And
not the contest winner.
the guy that lost didn't even want to take his chili home with him. He put it in the fridge at the bar and left it there.
Huh? Start an experiment. So let me tell you why this pisses me off so much. And this chicken chili sounds legit. It's like one time I entered a chicken chili contest at work, or I entered a chili contest at work,
Okay.
and there was like freaking 12 people in it. There was a lot of crockpots and a lot of power.
Yeah.
Every one of those crockpots has got to have a plug in and
Yeah.
plug in here, plug in there, right?
Yeah.
So
We
you
only
got
had 5.
extension cords and shit running everywhere. But there was like 12 of us that entered this chicken contest God damn it, this chili contest at work, and so everybody got to vote. Everybody put their vote in, and there was a lot of votes. Just like 50 people that worked there, and the guy that ended up winning didn't even make fucking chili. He made chicken with a broth. Didn't have beans. It didn't have onions. It had no ingredients of chili in it. But he ended up winning a chili contest. And
Now
still to
wait.
this day, this was in like 2005,
Huh.
and I
Was
am
it
still pissed off about this.
was it like shredded chicken? Just that's it? Like
Sure, it was like chicken soup.
oh. Okay. That's
And
kind
the
of weird
chicken,
too.
there was at least 9 chilies. There were 11 things there that were chilies. There was one that was chicken soup, and chicken soup won.
Huh.
There was at least
Okay.
3 or 4 chilies that should have at least had a hand in winning. And if I had lost to any of the other ones, I would have been completely happy with that. That would have been fine, understandable, okay. But everybody lost to chicken fucking soup.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Absolutely insane.
This was actually a chicken chili. It was. It had the chili. You could taste the chili powder and a little cumin maybe,
Well,
and
see,
the
that's
beans.
legit.
You could see the beans. You could taste the beans and stuff. But it was definitely chili. But
Well, good.
it wasn't. I don't know.
All right.
They
So,
won. She won all the money. So whatever.
oh, good. She got $20 of her $60 back, or
Well, no,
whatever she did. No,
she
I
got
know she did.
plus whatever, however many people gave $2 to eat the chili. I don't even remember how many.
And that money. Cool.
Yeah, she got all the money. So she got
Oh,
50.
good.
She got 25 from me, 25 from the entry, $5, and then the $2 from everybody that ate the chili.
Oh, how cool. Good. Well, that's nice. I bet if you weren't an asshole, you probably could have won your money back. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Yeah, she probably did win her money back.
So this boils down to a conversation we had a few weeks ago about just be nice to people. Be kind. Be kind. Be nice. But one thing you shouldn't be is too drunk to pay your tab before you go home. Understand? We had a case of this, but I don't know what the story is. Like I said, we're trying to keep this as legit.
So people, run a tab and they pay before they leave.
Yeah, sure.
So he comes in almost every day, this guy, because we're OTB also, and we have people that come in and bet every day. They bet the races. We have 4. We have 4 OTB machines in there that you can bet the horses on, and we have TVs with the races on them. And people also bring their laptops in and watch other races that aren't on the TVs. And
you can bet on those too?
Yeah.
God, horse racing has been around New York for, ever since I was a kid, OTB's been around.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're the only one in Dutchess County.
No kidding?
Yeah, so we get a lot of people just for that don't even drink when they come in. But this guy that we're talking about now, he drinks. So he left without paying his tab. People have done it. We know they're coming back. We'll get them when they come back in,
Mm-hmm.
So he came back in and he paid his tab and started a tab for that day and did it again.
No.
Yes.
Well, he's treating you guys like a check in the cash.
Right? So then that was, let's see, I stopped at the bar. I don't work on Mondays, but I stopped at the bar Monday to drop stuff off because I went to Restaurant Depot and got mozzarella sticks and stuff for the bar. No, I stopped in and was talking to the other bartender and she paid his tab, but he did it again. He has another tab. And I was like, are you kidding me? So this was Monday night and he already left at that point. And last night I worked and he was there. And I said, hey, did you pay your tab yet? Or am I going to get yelled at now? If the bartender doesn't get the money from him when he's there, we get a little, should have got the money from him, not yelled at, but we get about it. So he said, I got a big check coming in tomorrow. I'll pay it tomorrow. I'm like, all right, you're on camera.
Smile up there, sir.
So, I don't know. I didn't call there tonight to see if you paid, but we'll see. I'm going to be there on Friday.
So he's treating you like a check in the cash. I'll go in there and I'll pay you for a hamburger on Tuesday, or I'll pay you today for a hamburger on Tuesday or whatever the fuck it was on Wimpy.
Pay you on Tuesday for today.
That's it. Yeah. So he's pulling a Wimpy on you guys.
Yeah.
So, but it could be worse. So here's the thing that happened to a friend of mine that we used to drink after we did a show every Friday and Saturday night. And then Saturday nights after the show was over, the crew would get together at a local bar, a brewery, very nice establishment, kind of upper class establishment, but they really liked all of us. And some of their friends were bartenders. Some of our friends were bartenders at the place, but they used to reserve a section for us, probably 12 tables. And,
oh, wow.
And an elevated section away from the restaurant. And the brewery was upstairs, and the first floor was a restaurant. And this was kind of on the 1.5 floor up a short staircase with a reserve sign for it, which was super awesome. It was so cool. You kind of felt like you're a VIP. It was really important, right? You felt really important. And and we would go there and we would drink. And then one night, one of the guys that was hanging out with us, a friend of me and the stage managers, mine and the stage managers, went there and we got, we drank a lot. And this guy had a penchant for picking up the tab for everyone every time he had a little bit too much to drink. And we would stop him most of the time, but this time we didn't because circumstances prevented that from happening. So he ended up there at the place. I think he may have been by himself or had somebody there that was very passive and was so drunk he couldn't fill out the receipt. The credit card slip. So to write the amount and the tip and then the total and sign his name was almost beyond his doing.
Oh, wow.
So the next day he gets a phone. He wakes up and he's like, okay, what the fuck happened last night? Because he was blacked out. And he gets a phone call from the bar saying that his card was rejected. And he's like, what the fuck do you mean my card was rejected? What was the amount for? And it was like $1,500. And he's like, well, why is it that much? It's never that much when we're down there all the other nights. And they were like, well, it was the $1,000 tip. And he's like, wait a fucking minute.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to give $1,000 tip. it was gonna be like $100 tip, and he wrote too many zeros, and the restaurant rose a big stink about it, and his poor ass, oh my god, he was so fucking hammered. He wrote one
Oh.
too many zeros, or a scribble that didn't even really look like a zero. I saw it; it was ridiculous. But yeah, be careful with your shit, man, especially when you're drunk, because this particular restaurant wasn't trying to take advantage of him. They just did what they thought honestly had happened, and he was
Right.
trying to
Oh
be
my
super generous
God.
because he was always generous. That's just the way he was in nature. We had a great waitress; she was amazing, and he would always make it rain like that, you know, and just boom, thousand. Hey, your cart got kicked back. He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So yeah, that's what he's talking about. So yeah,
Wow.
VIP section nice, much better if you're sober enough to fill out the proper paperwork when it's time to go. So
Yeah.
oh my goodness. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about, since it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to talk about something, kind of a concept. And this is bar talk, by the way. Bar talk.
Okay. Bar talk.
Bar talk. Bar talk. So bar talk. So if you're not familiar, we just actually started this last week. It's based conversations on the podcast anyway, but I just put a label. We just put a label on this, and it's like this is what the conversation you would have at the bar, and this conversation at the bar is about happiness, and what is happiness, and how do you define it, and how what makes you happy, and how do you maintain that? And what makes you unhappy? So these are questions that a lot of people don't think about, right?
I think
Now,
it's
if I were to ask, yeah, it would be. If I was to ask you what makes you happy, what would you say?
My kids, my grandkids, my pets.
But what about them?
Just being around them, you know.
Okay, so spending time with family. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And not being annoyed. Is that a good way to put it? Not being annoyed.
That actually leads right into a very good point about how to control being annoyed and not annoyed. And it's something that I'm challenged with every day because the morning and afternoon commutes here, and if you commute down to New York City, you'll know what I'm talking about, obviously. But it's traffic, and traffic is a constant challenge, and people drive like complete and total assholes that have no care in the world, especially not for you and your safety, or of you arrive at your destination in one piece, right?
See last week's episode.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Driving pet peeves. But so what I've been finding myself doing is if somebody cuts me off in traffic, or if somebody's on my ass and I can't do anything about it, like I can't get over. So the question that you ask yourself is, can you control it? Can you control the fact that that guy just cut you off?
Nope.
No, you can't. What can you control about that interaction?
How quick you open your window and give him the finger.
And that's the segment. I want to thank everybody for listening. It's been a great episode. Amazing answer, by the way. But no, what you can control, and yes, you're right. What you can control is how you react to it. Do you roll down your window and flip him the bird?
No, I don't.
Or do you let it go?
Yeah, I usually let it go.
You can't control it. Let it go. Right? Because there's an old quote out there. Let's see. I had it. So ill feelings towards other people, it's having them and harboring them, the other driver or what have you, anybody in your life, ill feelings, harboring those ill feelings towards people. It's similar to drinking poison and then waiting for the other person to die.
Yeah.
And that's more likely it's going to lead to your own slow, painful death. Not the other person. They don't care.
Exactly.
Right. But if you're like, motherfucker, blah, 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 I can't wait, blah, blah, I'm going to pull over and I'm going to do this and do that. What you can control is to let it go and not drink the poison. Because the
First of
poison's
all,
not good.
nowadays you don't know if someone's going to pull a gun on you. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
True.
people are crazy.
Yeah, in this example, that's absolutely 100% right. And I do want this to extend, while driving is such a classic example, because it's something everybody does every day. And it's something that infuriates 99.99999% of people. If you have any semblance of feelings whatsoever. But this can apply in so many different aspects, like parking lots and shopping centers and grocery shopping, and even at work when somebody's being a tardo, you just let it go. You can't control it. You let it go. Don't drink the poison and wait for the other person to die.
Yeah.
Let it go. So there's another quote by Lao Tzu, who says, mastery of the world is achieved by letting things take their natural course. You can't achieve mastery by changing the natural way. And the one thing that's always pointed out in an example such as this is that rock in a stream. It's like the rock sits in the stream and the stream flows around it. Does the rock give a shit? The rock doesn't care. The rock doesn't give a shit. The rock is just there. And the stream goes around it and the rock lives on.
Okay.
I mean, millions and millions of years, the stream will eventually destroy the rock, but scientifically and factually speaking. But no, it's just don't drink the poison. So anyway, I'm not going to harp on too much about that. There's some other stuff, but that's all right. So I understand. So let me just read down this quick thing. So if you've ever heard of Stoicism, it's kind of a cool, I wouldn't say hip, but it's an ancient Greek, ancient Roman philosophy, Stoicism and Stoic teachings about accepting the fact that death is inevitable and doing some of the things that I've been talking about. So some of the 10 Stoic teachings that we need today are ignoring what others do. So stop, being obsessed with social media all the time. Understand your reality is made by your opinions. Try to see everything in a positive light, because there's 1,000 ways you can look at things. And do less. Do the essential. Do the less stressful. Do less.
Mm-hmm.
Understand death is knocking at your door. What have you done today if today's the last day you're going to live? What have you done?
Wow.
Are you happy with that?
No,
you're stronger than you. So you provided for your family. What's wrong with that?
I spent $196.
Isn't it ridiculous? Isn't that insane?
It is. It really is.
This Chrysler probably had half a grocery cart too.
A little more than half, but I didn't even really buy any meats because I'm loaded up with them. I bought a tiny ham, like one of those little small boneless hams. That was $11, and that was the only meat I bought. I bought a lot of veggies and bought rice and coffee and stuff like that. But
nice.
$196. $196.
That's absolutely insane.
I bought pasta.
Probably $105 of that was New York State tax.
Oh God, it's not that bad.
Close. It's getting there. It'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, great! I'm glad I went today then. How much is gas there?
Well, I have to get premium, and it's $5.30, I think. $5.40.
Oh God!
Gas, very expensive here.
Yeah, I paid $3.19 for. I don't get premium though. I put the cheap stuff in.
Yeah, I think even our cheap stuff is 340 or 350, 360. I think. Yeah, it's very expensive here. But anyway, you had we have a segment that we normally do called Shit Said at the Bar, but instead this week it's going to be shit that happened at the bar. So what happened at the bar, Tony?
So this guy, I quote, guy, orders a
Okay.
buttery nipple shot.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what a buttery nipple shot is.
I know slippery nipple is at the same neighborhood, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So it's a layered shot. So you put the butterscotch schnapps on the bottom, and you layer the Baileys on top, so it floats on top. So you have to layer it. So I made him the shot layered. Now it was Friday night. I was very busy, very, very busy. Like everybody was waiting for drinks. I had a constant line of people waiting for drinks. So as I'm making a drink, people are yelling to me what they want. You know what I mean? Like
jerks hate that.
Yeah, I do hate that. But anyway, he orders a buttery nipple. So I make this stupid shot. A guy doesn't order that, and I give it to him.
So you look around the bar, have a little self-awareness, and realize there's 9,000 people in here, and you're going to order a high-maintenance shot. Man, that's a dick move.
Well, that wasn't even the dick move.
Oh, God. Super dick move incoming.
Yeah. So I put the shot up there, and he says, oh, I didn't want just one. So I'm like, how many do you want?
Why the fuck didn't you say? Oh, my God.
I wanted for all these people here. There was like 6 people there he was talking to. So I was like, all right, well, hold on a minute, because I got to make those, and I got to layer them all. So then he says, well, just throw it in a pitcher. I wanted a pitcher. And I'm like, a pitcher?
No.
You know, the little shaker. And I'm like, you want me to put it in the shaker? I'm like, it's a layered shot. That doesn't work that way. And he's like, just put it in the shaker. That's what I wanted. And I'm like, no, I'm not putting it in the shaker. That is a layered shot. That's how you make that shot. And you're not getting it that way. I'm going to have to make every single layered shot. And then he said, oh, just give me something else then. So I gave him an oatmeal cookie, which is rum chata and the butterscotch schnapps in the shaker.
I've had that before. That's really good.
That's really good. I know. Yeah. That's one of my favorites. That's why I made it for him. And then I poured it into 6 glasses, and I put them up there, and nobody wanted them. He paid for them all, but nobody wanted them.
He did. Should have charged him double.
So he ended up drinking. I think he drank 5 of them, and one person drank 1. Yeah.
Absolutely insane what you put up with.
Yeah. So then I had other people waiting, to get other drinks. And then as soon as everybody got their drinks, then it was a lull for a few minutes. It's like everybody ordered at once, everybody came in at once. Everybody ordered at once. That was the night of the chili cook-off too, so.
Oh, you were going 100 ways from somewhere.
Yeah. Yep.
So what state did we do last week in New York versus
we did New Hampshire.
New Hampshire? Okay, yeah. New Hampshire, the most boring state in the United States. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
Okay, we did, New Hampshire. And dubbed it the most boring state in the United States, New Hampshire.
We did. But I'm sure there's other states that are like that too.
All right, so I'm going to pick a random state from this random state generator I have. And then if we haven't done it before, Tony, who's blessedly been keeping a running list of how many states we're eventually going to run out, but not today. Let's see. Washington.
We have not done that state.
Washington State. I have been there. What do you know first?
I don't know anything.
It's okay. All right.
This is a bad project for me. I only know the East Coast and Texas.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Everybody's got their strength, right? But I was lucky enough to go there. My nephew got married in Washington, North Washington. In fact, the hotel I stayed on was on the water, and across the other side of the water was Canada. So that was kind of neat.
Oh, wow.
And it was really cool. But the really cool thing that I took away from the state of Washington was we went to an actual honest to God rainforest.
In
So
Washington, yeah.
in the state of Washington, yes, it's called the Ho rainforest. Yeah, it's called the
Go to
Ho.
the.
And let me just tell you, everybody that works there has heard the joke and they're tired of it.
No, I bet.
But it's beautiful, stunning, jaw dropping, like oh wow, like really a must see, a bucket list item. If you don't have, you should add.
Oh yeah.
One of the greatest things about the United States is that we have seriously everything that you could ever want here within the contiguous 48, no less Alaska and Hawaii. But just here, we've got deserts and mountains and beaches and rainforest. And Washington really came through with the Ho. That is the most beautiful piece of land I've been in many, many years.
Wow.
One of the coolest things about it is they have a books or a gift store, a gift shop, of course, because what tourist trap isn't going to have a gift shop?
Right.
But the gift shop's in the middle of nowhere, so you gotta drive to get there. And there's a guy, I'm trying to think of what his name was, that was actually on cable. He lives in the Ho National Forest. Went there. I think he's a former Marine, and just one day took off his shoes and walked out into the forest and has been living there ever since for, I think, 20 years. And yeah,
Wow.
absolutely insane. But they did, like, Discovery Channel did a show on him, and there's pictures of him at this one gift shop that I was talking about, of him with the owner of the gift shop, who I got to meet, which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
But just an absolutely stunning place. What some of the things that I did see there, I didn't agree with, but it's a gorgeous state, and all in all. But if I had to choose between New York or Washington, I would definitely say New York.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
enough about it, so I can't even pick. But
It's a pretty interesting corner of the United States. Impossible to drive around. It's kind of like Connecticut that way, but really, it's I'd say it's a must see. Go to Seattle and drive north until somebody asks you for a passport, and then turn around and stay at a hotel.
I've been
We're
to the
alcohol.
I've been to the other side of Canada, Niagara Falls, that side. But
Oh, cool. Hey, that's cool. Did you go? Were you in? All right, so hold on. This is Sean and Tony went to school moment. Sorry, be back in a second, folks. Were you in French class back in?
No.
No, I don't think you were.
No.
They took us up to Montreal.
Oh wow, no, I took
Super
Italian.
cool.
They went to Italy, but I didn't go.
What the frick is that?
I don't remember why I didn't go. Well, it was expensive. I remember that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
go. I went to Italy after that with my mom.
How fun was that?
Oh, it was great. We were there for 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, what a great time that must have been.
Mm-hmm.
So, wacky alcohol laws in the state of Washington. It's a criminal act to destroy a beer bottle or a cask. Can't do it.
Really?
Can't do it. And judges may not bar invalid or incorrect breath reading tests from court by state law. Prosecutors want to increase their conviction rates, and that's regardless of the guilt or innocence of those suspected of driving while under the influence.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
so
so
they're
don't.
more strict than New York.
Holy crap, man! I guess. Good
Don't
lord.
drink in Washington.
Hell no, man. Wow. All right, so let's close with a quote and get on out of here and go eat some turkey and fall asleep to some tryptophan on the couch. From quote from Tom Waits, singer, and
Oh.
great singer. Love Candy Apple Red is one of my favorite songs by Tom Waits. Tom Waits, I think, to put it in perspective, Tom Waits was once was once talked about by a music reviewer and said it sounded like his voice was soaked in a vat of whiskey for 50 years and then beaten on the front stoop for good measure. Because you just have that voice, it's just, but it's like a total jazz voice. You're like, yeah, I totally fucking get this.
Yeah.
Anyway, Tom said, I don't have a drinking problem except when I can't get a drink. So,
Yeah.
and that's Tom in a nutshell right there.
That sounds like something Ron White would say.
It does, doesn't it?
Right?
Ron's gone straight. Kind of disappointing.
Has he? I didn't even know that.
Yep. He still smokes marijuana and he does ayahuasca, but had to give up drinking. So.
Oh, well, your liver can only handle it for so long.
Yeah, that's what he says. Like, your body, you only get so much to drink in a lifetime, and I done used all mine up. So anyway, you want to reach us, you want to talk about something, send us a cool story, send us some shit you heard at the bar. Make sure it has some context so we can understand. Send it to Tales of a Small Town Bartender at gmail.com. Tales of a Small Town Bartender.com is our website. Facebook.com/Tales of a Small Town Bartender. And if you want to buy Tony a coffee, give her some money, put some gas in her tank so she could go into traffic and control her own happiness and let go of the aggressiveness of other people. buymeacoffee.com/toastb. Tales of Small Town Bartender, Toast B. And then we're on the YouTubes. So hopefully we'll be doing something with that within the next month or so. It depends on Miss Tony's schedule. Like I said, give her some money. Buymeacoffee.com/toastb so she can sink some time into setting up her YouTube channel at Toast Bartender. So
Yeah.
I think, what else? Yeah, you have anything else, ma'am?
No, that's it.
All right. That's all I have. I want to thank everybody for listening and have a happy Thanksgiving. Really enjoy that time with your loved ones and have a good meal. And hopefully you have an Italian in your family and have some Italian Thanksgiving because that is literally the greatest thing since sunlight.
Wow.
Have a good Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm Sean, and we'll talk to you next time.
I'm not going to say goodnight. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You better keep that part in there.
Keep that part in there?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
You can email us at talesofasmalltownbartender@gmail.com. Check our socials. Facebook, facebook.com/talesofasmalltownbartender. Instagram, instagram.com/talesofasmalltownbar/. TikTok, @talesofabartender. Buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/toastb.
Baby.
I hear you. But wait, why do we still have that weird music playing? Do you hear that weird music? Oh wait, it's gone.
My fucking God, what is going on with this shit?
Did you hear the weird music playing? I can hear you. Can you not hear me now?
Everything is fine in the fucking settings. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you. There you are.
Oh, you can?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I don't know what the fuck my computer is doing. This fucking thing, I swear to God. Fuck Windows 10, fuck Windows 11, and fuck 12 and 13 while we're at it.
Okay.
I've had like 3 pair of fucking USB headphones go bad over the last week.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
I don't think it's the headphones, it's the fucking Windows. It's not fucking working. And I'm on these Bluetooth headphones and they sound like shit, so I apologize.